I helped write it. Essentially, I guess it was my idea. Essentially, right? I brought it to the team, of course. Let me share it.
Let this guy introduce himself.
I'm Chaz, writer and performer.
Great. And you guys are an actual sketch group, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So tell me, what was the inspiration for this then?
Essentially just being silly with some of my friends. I was on vacation, and one of my best friends I've known since like the 6th grade, so of course you're always just extremely ridiculous with those friends. So we'll be hanging out, say if we're at a bar, and we just like we pretend to attack each other in a sense, where it's like we would, like go like this, or kind of like random nonsense kung fu move or something like that. So I brought it to the team and say, you know, I think it would be a good idea if we kind of just pretended to hurt each other with using imaginary weapons, and then it progressed into that.
We knew we wanted an ensemble piece. We had a location that my cousin worked at, and we were trying to decide how, or collaborate on how we can take that idea and merge it into this work environment. And yeah, we wanted to make sure it escalated into the most ridiculous thing that we could possibly, think of.
Okay.
So,
Do you guys work in an office, like that kind of style office with people?
I definitely used to.
Yeah. It's relatable to those horrible office politics. What are some future ideas and projects you guys are mulling around? You said you brought the idea to the table. What are other ideas you're looking at? Or
we have a bunch actually. We filmed a few. Some are like other sketches that are to come out shortly. Includes two like Guido type of dudes that are trying to head into a nightclub because they saw two famous porn stars go in, and they're rejected at the door because it turns out to be a gay club. So they do everything that they could possibly think of, and it gets ridiculous in order to get in. So I'll leave it at that. But it's nuts.
where can we see your stuff? Are you posting it anywhere?
Yeah,
online?
you can check us out on SlapNutsComedy.com. We're also on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, SlapNuts. That's the name of it. Yeah, all the social medias. So check us out. We have a bunch of stuff coming out shortly.
Good. So you guys shot this in a day.
We shot it in one day.
Yeah. Out in office space.
Wow.
Any difficulties you ran into shooting there?
We couldn't get in initially, right?
What's
Like
that?
we couldn't initially get in, like the early time that we
No,
wanted
that
to.
wasn't that sketch.
Well, yeah, we had scheduling conflicts, like every other sketch used to have. Our director also had a problem with his own.
Well, before that, it's low budget stuff. So, there's a ton of different obstacles that we have to go through because we have $0 and we have to make sure it looks like we have all the dollars. So there's that, and we did a lot of creative stuff in order to achieve its look and its style, and we had to work about 10 times harder to get what we ended up with. But the biggest thing, and I mentioned this the other night for those who were here, was that I had hemorrhoids. Not being somebody who has ever experienced that, it was fucking crazy. Because it's stressful as hell, and I'm in pain, and I'm in shorts, and I'm fucking drinking gallons of water, and directing, and producing at the same time was insane.
I didn't bring up the hemorrhoids this time, so.
I bring it up.
I wasn't gonna not.
I'm not proud of it. But yeah.
Any questions for coffee break? Yes.
I have a bunch of questions. Why did you decide not to act in it?
Who, me? No, he's in it.
I'm in it. It's
He's
like
the guy, I don't know if you noticed, but he's throwing a spear.
Yes.
initial shooting.
We have a process where we do audition for each one of the roles that we write for. So even though we're included in the writing process, we still open it to our troupe to audition, and then we all take pretty much we take a vote on who should get what role.
Okay.
So that's how it ended up the way it was cast.
Oh.
At the end of the day, we do want it to be the best product you can come up with. So despite it being one person's idea, you still want it to be like as best as you possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, where are you guys from?
Brooklyn.
Woo!
All of you
New York, yeah, Long Island originally.
Born and raised and stuck.
What camera did you shoot on?
Good question. We got a camera donated to us, and it was the Canon C300.
Wow.
So it was a camera package. It was one that we requested specifically.
Beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
footage.
Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you. My best friend is a cinematographer, so him and I always do everything together. And he was a part of our troupe, and yeah, he
Nice.
pretty much did a favor and did this for us.
How many people were in that? I mean, it seemed like there was an army.
I don't know the number, but the way that we did cast it, actually, we threw a barbecue, and we we threw an open casting, like for a barbecue. We would feed everybody would come out, and we played some improv exercise games during the barbecue. And then from there, we started to, before we even wrote the sketch, we knew what kind of sketch we wanted to go to or get. And then what we did was we wrote the sketch based on the people that we liked at the barbecue. Yeah, crazy. It worked out.
Did you make them act hungry or did you feed them first?
No, I tried them first. And I still got to direct it. So yeah, we've had them first.
Any other questions?
I'm just wondering, did you guys do any like choreography, the fight?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're big on rehearsals. Huge on rehearsals. We rehearse a lot. A ridiculous amount. We'll rehearse, at different locations. We'll rehearse at the location. We'll film the rehearsals, watch it, and then, we'll talk about it. So yeah, that the choreography came about in rehearsal. That was I think one of our very beginning rehearsals. Because we were all nervous about that. We knew we had to sell it, especially in the sword fight. We wanted to make sure the gravity of the pulling and all that and so on really came through. So yeah, absolutely, we rehearsed the
The object work was really amazing, but also the way it was filmed was really cool too. 'Cause it was very like fluid
We wanted to
and
make
moved through the room,
that
which
action.
was really great.
We like to do a parody of like a current film style per sketch.
Yeah.
So our style is to do a cinematic style sketch comedy. So you see like in the next sketch and the other sketches, we take a whole different toll on traditional filmmaking styles.
So you're like doing your sketch and mimicking.
Yeah.
You're, like making fun.
We're
So
doing
it's
a
layered
fusion. It's
comedy.
like, Chinese and Mexican cuisine. Barbecue sprinkle.
That explains that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, what's up?
Was that like a war movie theme? Like it's
Yeah,
like it looked like a scene
Saving
straight out of Saving Private Ryan
Private
saying
Ryan.
a knife scene, saving straight out of Saving Private
Yeah, a lot of
Love that,
squish
yeah.
pans,
Yeah.
you
Just
know?
like
Yeah, absolutely, totally that. We even changed the frame rate specifically in certain parts to
Same with it, yeah.
try to get that.
So just in terms of like rehearsal, from your audition or rehearsal process to final product, like how many hours, weeks, et cetera, would you say?
To get it all together.
Yeah.
The shoot was 12 hours. I don't exceed 12 hours on any one of our shoots. Because we have so much free time. And 12 hours is very abusive, I think. Now, rehearsing, we rehearsed at least that, I think, for a month. We always meet once a week. So when it comes closer to the shoot day, we free our availability an entire week, and I call that hell week because everything goes wrong. We lose the location, we gotta get it back up, and there's no option as to we're not doing it this day. We have to do it this day, even if that means it's in my apartment. We're gonna do it. So about a month of rehearsals, and
I would say like 6 weeks probably for this, from the time that we were like, this is the sketch we're gonna do, from writing to rehearsal to shooting and all that, maybe 6 weeks for that one. But typically,
Yeah.
uh,
There was
it's
one
at least
sketch.
4 weeks, I would say.
I think there was one sketch we did, and there'll be 2 sketches after this one. Mind you, we shot this about 2 years ago, just to give you a time frame
Yeah.
of our stuff. But we shot another sketch, and it took us about 3-4 months to rehearse before we even started. We were doing that like twice a week. It was just that. It was that insane. We were really ambitious, and we did nail it, in my opinion. So happy to share that at some point. Yeah.
Great. Let's give a round of